Hi all, this is a fix movie for the extra credit Webpage Assets 3 movie and 4 movie. In this part of the movie, and I have the Webpage Assets 3 movie opened, at about the 39 to 40 minute mark, I ask you to take your initial page that you created here and then open that in Dreamweaver. And I actually ask you first to open it not only in Dreamweaver, but then I ask you to open it in an application called Extend ToolScript. Well, there is no more Extend ToolScript. And there's a simple fix here, which is what I want you to see. So when I ask you to open it up in Extend ToolScript or go to the Adobe application here to go to the Creative Cloud right there and get Extend ToolScript, don't. Okay, you can open it up in Dreamweaver, which is what I'm going to do. So if you've followed along to this point in the movie, let me minimize it. I want to show you what to do. Okay, and I'm going to make this code here available to you. You'll know what to do with it in a couple seconds. But I have this web route test file, this HTML file. And I made that file from the Photoshop page. So let me go back to here. So from my Photoshop page, right there, I actually sliced it up like you did with yours, and you saved in the, let me get the correct file here. Okay, sorry for all this. We're going to open that up here, Brian. So now I have the one with all the slices. You've gone and you went to export for save for legacy here, and you did everything I asked you to do by clicking on the original tab and then doing everything I asked you to do right here to create the HTML file. Well, I'm going to close this and show you that I have the HTML file already done and saved into a folder that I asked you to create, which was a web route folder. So down here, I have a web route test folder, and I'm going to make the changes to this not using Extend ToolScript, but using Dreamweaver. So I already have the page, the HTML page, which I'm going to open up. And you see here how it opens up shoved to the left-hand side of the browser, and there's white over here on the right and the bottom. And there's no space on top. Now what I want this to open up like is this. So this is how I actually want it to open up. So I want it to open up with a little bit more comfort. You can see the gray that's around here, and all of my, this movie isn't for making the rollovers or making the links. See how that links to here and back. This is not what the movie's for. It's just to get around that you don't have, I don't have Extend ToolScript. So let me close this and go back to here, and then I'll close that and minimize this so now we can see what it is we're supposed to be doing. So in that part of the movie right here, I ask you to, let me see if I can find that exact thing. See, I ask you to open it up in Extend ToolScript. Well, since you don't have it, I'm going to show you now that your duty is to, when I ask you to first open it up in by going to open with Extend ToolScript, I know I've said that like 5 times now, I'm going to open this up here, and I'm going to right-hand click and not open it up in Extend ToolScript. I'm going to open it up in Dreamweaver. So you have to obviously have Dreamweaver on your machine, which you can get through the Creative Cloud. Now here it is. Here's the page. Now there's 3 titles on top. We're going to use code in a minute. But I want you to make sure that when you are looking at your page here, that you are not NOT in the live version of the page. Do not be in the live version of the page. Don't enter that. Go to the design version of the page. Okay, now we can use it and redo the rollover states and everything else that needs to happen so this works as a true web page. Now there's 3 windows that you're going to need opened. I'm going to show them to you right now. Okay, you need the Files window, which is right down here on the bottom right. You need the Insert window to be opened, which is right here. You see how I'm clicking on that right here, because that's where we're going to find the rollover image thing right there. Okay, I'm going to cancel that. and you need the properties. This is the very important properties menu, which is underneath here. Now, before we do anything, I need to manage this site. I need to tell this page where to save. Well, in Dreamweaver, and I know I go through this in the movie as well, but you might as well hear it twice, I'm going to go to Manage Sites. Now, I've already created a test site, okay? So I'm going to actually go in and delete that test site right now. Now I'm going to redo it, okay? So right now, Dreamweaver has no clue where to save anything. You can see there's no files down here. Well, there actually is. Let me hit Done. Okay, now there's no files. It really doesn't know where this page is. Okay, I should have hit the button on that window. Let's go now make this appear here. So let's go to Manage Sites. I'll go to a new site. I'll just call it my test site. You can call it anything you want. If it's the name of a client, call it the client's site. Okay, but where now? So I click this folder and I'm going to locate where it is. So you have to be patient while I navigate on my computer where everything is. So I'm going to go to here, go to Sorial Classes, Online Folder, Canvas, 1320. I have to find Brian's folders, then Brian's folders again. Then there it is right there. Now all the way at the bottom is this web route folder test, which has the HTML file and all the folder and the folder with all the little web GIF images. So I'm going to click choose. Now I'm going to click save. Now do you see over here when I click done how now it's back? Okay, now when I go to change the code, so there's no wait around here, which I would have done in Extend Tool Script, I'm now going to do in Dreamweaver. But when it's done, now Dreamweaver knows where to save the file too. So I have made this available to you, and these are just Photoshop colors here. If I enter Photoshop super fast and I open up like this here, you can see when I click this, I'm going to get rid of everything on the screen. I want to show you where I got the new gray color from. So I took the eyedropper and I clicked right there, and then I'll click the foreground color, and you can see that there's a number there. Well, those are web color numbers. So I'm going to copy that, and that's where I would have said, okay, I no longer want the white background. Let me cancel that and close this. I don't want the white background here, right? I want a gray. So this is where the code comes from. So about 5 lines down on the code, we're going to find this. That's what you're going to find when you go into yours. FFFFFF means white. That's just the code for white. And we're going to change it into this. Now, you don't have to keep the same numbers as I do. You can change these and experiment with these 100 for left margin, top margin, margin width, and margin height. You can change them. But I'm choosing this color, which I got from Photoshop, which is the gray. Now, if I wanted a different color, I would then use a different number. So I am going to drag across this right here and hit Command or Control C. Now I'm going to click this. I'm going to enter the code. And in the code, I'm going to move up to where I have that line. It's about 5 lines down, and there it is right there. Now I've highlighted from the greater than symbol to the less than symbol because that's exactly what I have here. No more, no less. Okay, now I click and I hit Control or Command V, and there's my new one. I'm going to go to File, Save, because it knows where to save, and now I click the design, and there it is. Now I have, let me hit Command minus once, and now I have gray around the whole thing. That's all I wanted to show you. Everything else in the movie, other than me telling you to enter Extend Tool Script, you're going to ignore that I've said that, and you're going to right-hand click and open in Dreamweaver, and then enter the code and make the changes in the code. Got it? That's very cool. And remember, don't be on live, be on design when I ask you to enter the actual page here to make changes. And I'll hit Command plus. So now you can see how I can click on all of these GIF images, okay? I'll just Command Z back that and it should be fine because I moved it a little bit. I went too fast. So this should be good, and that should be the change that you needed to hear.